From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
Well, a weak line of showers moving through the north coast this afternoon here. It's not going to amount to much, but the main event will be here tomorrow, along with some cooler temperatures, showers, thunderstorms on Friday, Saturday, and then it should be drier for all of Northern California for the most part for the second half of your Labor Day weekend. The smoke is going to continue to be a factor in our forecast. You can see a big plume developing again later this afternoon and evening, so you can see some of the areas that will be impacted by that here as we go into the overnight hours, but we should see a lot of that smoke kind of break apart and move out and kind of clear out a little bit here as we go into Friday. Why? Well, because we have a storm system that will be moving through and bringing some rain, some thunderstorms, and some wind, helping to kind of scour some of that smoke out. But unfortunately, the winds too could create problems for some of those current fires. So here's what we have. Inland areas, a chance for some scattered showers here through the afternoon hours. The coast, of course, seeing some of that here through the early afternoon hours as well, but nothing heavy is expected. We look at Trinity County, looking at some scattered showers here later this afternoon as well, but I don't anticipate much in the way of thunderstorm activity here. It's all thanks to this right here. There's that line that's pushing through. It's a very weak one, and as it moves over the coastal range in the Trinity Alps, it will really show signs of just getting weaker and weaker. So let's take a look at Futurecast here, and there you can see that line pushing through. See how it starts to kind of break apart. 2 p.m., Hoopa, inland areas, all seeing some light showers, not to mention Trinity County. And then, of course, it kind of pushes eastward and really starts to break apart here as we go through the second half of the day today. Now, as we take a look at what happens as we go into your Friday, different story. Now here's Friday around noon. We're beginning to see showers and thunderstorms begin to develop. You'll also notice a little bit of blue there. Looks like another round of some snow for some of the highest elevations, but there's those heavy rainfall out towards western Siskiyou County, but the inland areas and eventually the coast getting in on some of this as well. Notice the rotation around the upper area of low pressure here. That's what's going to be the driving force, or a driving force for these showers and thunderstorms here. You can see by the second half of the day on Friday, more showers and thunderstorms for all of the north coast and really Northern California in general. Now, we're still seeing some activity here Friday night, but it looks like even though we're expected to see another round of showers and maybe some thunderstorms on Saturday, you'll notice it's not as widespread. They're not as big. It's not as heavy. So it looks like really the main event will be Friday with still some scattered showers on Saturday. Now Sunday, there still may be a bit of activity off to our east, but I do expect dry conditions for the north coast on Sunday. And really not to mention, all the long-range forecast models agree that through next week, it looks to remain dry. Now, we do have a flash flood watch for western Siskiyou and northern Trinity County, in effect basically for Friday. As these main storms move through on Friday, you saw just how heavy some of those storms were. Some of them may be slow moving, which could mean a lot of rainfall in a long period of time, for a prolonged period of time, could bring some localized flooding, especially in these areas here. But there's also the burn-scarred areas that we've got to be concerned about, and that could create some localized mudslides and debris flow. So if you are traveling during the day on Friday, especially on Highway 299 or Highway 3, please be aware of the fact that you could run into some mudslides and debris flows, especially if those thunderstorms should materialize. And it looks like a pretty good chance that that will happen. Now, the cooler air and the source for some of all of this is this area of low pressure right here. This will bring our temperatures down significantly. And remember, you saw the rotation around those storms, kind of that counterclockwise flow. Well, that's because of this right here. We have that counterclockwise flow around that low. That'll eventually push off to the east, and then we dry things out. And not to mention warm things up a little bit as well. However, some cooler air and a series of cold storm systems will ride to our north over Canada and clip the Pacific Northwest. As those storm systems do that, that prevents this heat from building in, and our temperatures will kind of stay at bay. Now, it'll still be warmer, but at least it's going to be below normal for this time of the year. The wave heights for today looking pretty good, not bad out along the immediate coast, and really you have to head out pretty far before you start seeing some of those higher wave heights. But it does look like as we go into Friday, we'll be looking at higher wave heights across the board, so just be aware of that. No advisories, at least for today, but that may change for tomorrow. North winds at 5 to 15 knots, your waves from the northwest at 7 feet at 6 seconds. Your high tide will be at 1:34 this afternoon, and your low tide later this evening at 6:56. Again, no advisories now, but that may change here for tomorrow. So could see some scattered showers this afternoon for parts of Trinity County, maybe a better chance for scattered showers for the inland areas, and an even better chance as we head out along the coast. It's not going to be a lot of rainfall, and I don't anticipate much in the way of thunderstorm activity here. So there's that chance here. A best chance for thunderstorms will be on Friday, and I do expect less in the way of widespread thunderstorms on Saturday. It dries out on Sunday and should stay dry for the second half of your Labor Day weekend and even into next week. Your 7-day outlook for Eureka, there of course you can see that chance for showers today, and then of course that's mainly for the first half of the day. Then by Friday, showers, maybe even some thunderstorms for the coast, by the way. And then we also have those showers on Saturday, drying out on Sunday and staying dry through next week.